Best Medicine Podcast with Simba. Sparking positive change in the community. Having real conversations and therapy. And you know that laughter's the best remedy. Got that heavy dose of humor for your hearts to heal. With mental health, it can't get any more real, yeah. Best Medicine Podcast. Laugh, love, learn. Best Medicine Podcast.
Best Man Pod. It's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And today, I have some special guests.
Hey.
If you listen to the diagnosis, you know that all I have are special guests, and today ain't no different. Today, I got some melanin in the house.
Hey.
I got some pretty browns in the house.
Hello, everybody.
I will introduce you to Miss Melanated Magic.
Hey.
Miss Melanated Magic.
Hey, y'all.
And she brought a guest.
I brought my sister.
Hi, everybody.
Miss Black Farmer, y'all.
The Black Farmer.
Gotta keep them greens on deck.
Hey. I love the energy that y'all just brought me. We've been sitting here for like an hour and a half.
Vibing, though.
Yeah. Totally vibe. And so they came and created this altar. They blessed me with goodies. These women love me, man.
It's all love, babe. All love.
This women love me, man. Get you a black woman that love you.
I'm telling you.
So how are y'all doing today?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
I'm doing good as well. Yes, very good. Blessed.
Y'all have journeyed here. Y'all took a journey here.
It's good. We use my mob skills just,
Yeah. They almost didn't make it here. They almost didn't make it here. They got here.
We got here.
They got close, but no cigar. They almost walked in somebody else's house.
A really not so good house.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. I felt like they needed our energy and they needed our positivity.
They need to see you.
We probably blessed their whole house just by walking in. It was so deep.
I'm telling you.
It was crazy.
It was deep and dark in there, and I felt like they needed us. So we were drawn to that house. And then I'm like, Simba, where's Simba at? And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. So we just kind of, revved it on back. Simba, where you at? Where you at? We're in the wrong house.
Do not go in there.
Yo.
It was a horror story. And the black girls always die first. You know what I mean? So we had to go and find peace with Simba.
Yes, and we're here now. Peace with Simba.
For real. Those are not the type of friends we wanted to have for sure.
Yeah.
But see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. When you have a healing energy,
Right.
Sometimes you were drawn
to the wrong places.
For the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
Yeah.
You feel me? For the right reasons.
That's real.
So, for something drew us there, I don't know what yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We might never know.
We might
It
never
might have just
know.
been solely for them.
It might have been
For
solely just
Y'all
for them
definitely
to-
made their night.
That was ready to take us in. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's like, yeah, he in here. Simba in the back. Yeah. Simba's back here. Simba in the bedroom. Like,
This is where we're doing a podcast at?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not here. But we blessed them with our energy and our spirit for the moment.
Good.
And then double back.
Yeah. You got to get out of there. Get out of there quick.
Again.
Get out of there quick.
That part.
So, for the millions of fans and listeners, who are you, ladies?
Well, my name is Britt. I go by Britt. Family calls me Britt. Also, Miss Melanated Magic.
Love it.
Thank you. With all the magic that comes in the melanated package, you know what I mean? We got to remember our magic and hold on to that. And that is me. That is me. I am generating and flourishing my light so that I can pass it along and empower and remind ourselves of our own power and our own confidence.
Yes.
Especially with my daughter. I have a 5-year-old. And right now, you know, she's going through the whole Disney phase where she's loving the Elsa and the Cinderella. And that's okay. But none of them look like us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it starts at home.
And even Tiana turned into an animal.
That part. Exactly. Exactly. So it starts at home.
Right.
And that's part of the reason why I took on the name Miss Melanated Magic, because I wanted her to remember when she looks in the mirror, I want her to see her magic. I want her to see the princess. I want her to see the queen. I want her to see all of the things that the media tells us that we're not.
Right.
I want her to see that she is beyond that. So that's part of the reason why I took on the name, so that as a reminder to myself first, and as a reminder to my daughter and other women and other children out there.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's melanated and it's magic.
I love it.
Black farmstress.
Yes.
Farmstress.
Farmstress.
Okay, so my name is Ty. I've been from the Bay Area my entire life. For me, my story is a little different. My children are practically grown now, but I'm young. I was a teen parent, and I went through the scopes of raising my children in a very deeply rooted family, you know, takes a village kind of situation, and being working through obstacles of actually like holding the unity in families and things like that. And so with that, I have been blessed with the opportunity through my family of having a farm that we live on, and that we cultivate a lot of drought resistant plants, and also a lot of fruits and vegetables as well. So the directive is basically either drought resistant plants or fruits and vegetables, and just kind of sustaining that life.
Right.
And being able to have that, because it takes a team. You can't just have one person on a farm. You really have to have everybody there. So for us and for me, my basic focus, you can find me on Instagram at TCCateringCo_2018. It's mental health. It's wellness as far as your dietary habits and workouts. So that's my main focus, is really teaching our community that these things are important in your life, and being able to make consistent patterns of habits of eating right and eating well and living well and thinking about your thoughts and your actions, and how they play a role in not just your own life, but in the future generations of your lives. So the community aspect within just the
generational wealth
of
health.
Correct.
Yeah. Tell the people, what are drought resistant crops?
So drought resistant crops are like succulents mainly. They're going to be like things that you find in the desert. There's like a whole plethora, so I don't want to go too deep. I do sell the plants, so if you're interested in like more knowledge, you can find that out on my page. But also a lot of deep leafy plants, and a lot of people don't know like deep leafy plants actually help with like noise resistance as well,
and they have the most nutrients.
So if you're into like being in your backyard a lot and you don't want to bother your neighbors, when you get these heavier plants, they pull back and keep the noise within your home, kind of creating a barrier for your own comfort and luxury, like a wall. So that. But our biggest focus lately has been the food aspect for the past few years. For me, one thing that I like to tell a lot of people is like I lost 100 pounds, changing my dietary habits and working out and eating right. And I would like to share that with people. That's really my main focus. But it really didn't start with me wanting to lose weight. It started with me wanting to correct my mental health because I was struggling with mental unwellness. And I don't like to say that, you know, there's other ways that you can say it, but I like to say mental unwellness because just like any type of ailment, whether it be physical, financial, emotional, anything, it's really truly bigger than just like unwellness. It's unwellness. That's what it is. You want to become well, you know? So it started with that, and then it turned into everything else. So
it was a snowball effect. It's like get my mind right, everything else follows.
Boom. Exactly.
That's lovely. You guys, you women, you ladies, you queens, you goddesses. I'm giddy right now. You brought me so much stuff, and I want to get to it, and I want to talk about it. But first, will you guide us in a meditation?
Yes, absolutely. And Ashe, thank you so much for asking for that. So we're very big on meditation and calming the mind, and not just calming the mind, but having a moment of pausing, especially right now with COVID-19 and everyone being locked at home. You really need to be mindful of how you feel and be mindful of your thoughts, and be mindful, stay in the moment and be still. So today is Meditation Monday, so we're going to get started with some sound therapy, and then we're going to do some breath work. Breathing, when you take in oxygen, I'm telling you, with releasing that breath, releases stress, releases anxiety, releases any negative thoughts that you could be having, and it also helps with orgasms. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Okay? Big breaths, big orgasms.
I was about to say, that's why she goes...
You gotta take it in and let it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the method to the madness. So we're gonna
from your head to your toes.
From the head to the toe. I'm telling you, breathe. It all starts with the breath. You know, so we're gonna lead you guys in a meditation. Let's light the sage first. And so my sister, perfect. So my sister cultivated this on her farm, and what I love about this, one of these is for you. We're gifting you guys with this.
That's yours to keep. This is his. We're gonna burn.
Okay, so it has rosemary in it, and rosemary has healing properties in it. Also, a mood booster.
Yeah.
And I love sage. Don't get me wrong, I love sage, but introducing the rosemary in it, it provides a different element. It really just boosts your mood. And one thing I did when my sis gifted one of these to me is I put it in my car, and I got it fresh. It was fresh. It wasn't dried out yet, but I let it dry out in my car. And the smell, every time I go in my car, I smell the rosemary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It just, I hate,
good.
Exactly. And I hate traffic. I'm one of those people that don't like to drive. So I would recommend another way that you can dry it out instead of hanging it at your home. Put it in your car so that smell and that aroma goes through your home. Goes through your vehicle. And it helps with if you deal with road rage and crazy drivers.
I started using rosemary in my essential oils.
Oh, yes, that's a good one too.
And in my diffuser, and I do it when I go to sleep, and I just feel a lot better.
Rosemary chicken's really good too. Like, there's so many ways that you can like introduce rosemary into your life as far as
it smells wonderful in here.
Does. And we have a couple of different elements going on right now. I feel like when you meditate, it's very important to make sure you touch on all of your senses.
Right.
So we have aromatherapy going on right now with the lavender and orange eucalyptus oil, which helps just give you energy. You know, it helps brighten up your spirit. And then the lavender helps relax you. I use lavender at night when I go to sleep, and I use it for my daughter too, because it helps her knock out quickly so I can have my mama time.
Yep. I did a lavender Epsom salt and lavender bubble bath before y'all got here.
Yes, I saw that. Okay.
I am good now.
Yes. We're going to get into the bath products too. But let's get started with our meditation. So, as I said, it's very important that when you meditate, or for me, it's important that you touch on all of your senses. Yeah. So that's why we have the smell, we have the sage with the rosemary, and we have the aromatherapy, but we also have the sound. And we're going to use our sound bowl. If for anyone, I get my sound bowls from Hella Vibes and Queen Hippie Gypsy. Queen Hippie Gypsy. Yes.
Queen Hippie Gypsy, I love you.
Yes, we love you.
Gypsy. From you too.
Yes, much love to you. So for anyone who hasn't used a singing bowl before, it's a Tibetan singing bowl. What you're going to do is place it in the middle of your palm, and you want to kind of elevate your palm like this so that the sound kind of travels better, and it gets louder. And one thing I love about the singing bowl is you can actually feel it through your body when someone plays it in the room. It's amazing.
She played it like 5 minutes ago, and I just started tingling everywhere. I was like, I feel so good right now.
Exactly. So,
and do you know which chakra is this one?
Oh, this one is root chakra. This is root chakra.
So we're going to ground.
Exactly. Oh, I love that you know that. Some people like to close their eyes. Some people like to keep your eyes open. Do what works for you. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Then release it. All of the air out of your body, release it. All the tension that you feel in your head, in your shoulders, and your neck, release it with that breath. Then bring it back in. Taking wellness, taking healing, taking love, taking encouragement, taking positivity. Release. Release that breath. Let go of anything that may be holding you back, may be stopping you. Release that breath. Take a breath in. Release. Then we're going to do some affirmations. So if you're listening, repeat after me. I am settled.
I am settled.
I am calm. I embody the spirit of wellness. I release any pain, any negativity, anything holding me back from being my greatest self.
Ashe. I just want to go to sleep now. I want to suck my thumb and go to bed.
I'm happy that that's what that does. I start my morning with that, and I end my night with that, and I do it with my daughter. And I found that it really helps her deal with her any emotions that she might be having.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly use it as like a timeout mechanism when she's acting crazy. Okay, lay down. Let's get the yoga mat out. Let's calm down. Let's have a moment of stillness and calmness. And it works for me because I'm like, girl, you driving me crazy right now. And it works for her because it calms her down.
Right.
So meditation, it works from the young to the old. I really recommend that everyone try it. It's amazing. It really helps.
That's really important that you do that. I was raised by my grandmother. My mother passed when I was 8, when I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I was raised by my grandmother. My grandmother, when she died, was in her 80s, 70s or 80s. So she has seen everything.
Right.
And she was in survival mode.
Right.
And
It's a hard place to be,
that
too.
didn't translate.
Especially for that many years.
That didn't translate for what I needed losing my mother.
Yeah. Right.
So the fact that we see these images, like you said, you want to reshape the images, right? So we see these images of mothers who are yelling and abrasive and abusive and things like that. So the fact that you give love, even in a time, even in your impatience,
that's real,
is beautiful,
it's
and I applaud you for it.
Thank you.
Because I didn't have that. I didn't have that, I didn't even know that it existed until I got older.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know it existed until I gave it to my children.
That's right.
And that's when it happens, right? That's when it happens, right? It's like, I create that. Like, talk about that. It's like, what are some other things that you had to create for yourself as a woman in coming into your womanhood and things like that weren't taught to you?
Oof, that's a lot. It's a lot.
We got time.
You want to say that's a lot. I got to sit back on that one.
Okay, I got you. So I think for me, because I had my first child when I was 15 years old, and she's now entering into her 20s of lives. She'll be 22 in October. And I have a 15-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. So my youngest is my son. I think as far as for me, parenting my children in the fashion. Like when I grew up, like I don't want to say this like this, but I like hated my mother growing up. Like I feel like her method of teaching was something that I couldn't learn. And so we went through a lot of struggles with that. You know, even till this day, you know, we're close, but we still struggle with the interpersonal relationships that we have with each other because of our different ideologies of how we groom our children and how we enter them into the world as far as being able to feel their whole selves in the growing process and being okay with who they are. You know, a lot of times when you have those parents that are very abrasive, you are raised with a lot of like self-doubt and like a lot of feelings that can be perpetuated onto other people because now you have internalized this feeling and so you feel like it's like total truth, you know? And so with that, you really have to find yourself in a mental space and a spiritual place too as well, to where you can understand that even though other people feel that way, you don't have to feel that way, but you also don't have to be upset or angered or saddened by people that feel that way, because they're going to go through their own hardship of learning and dealing and navigating through life on their own because of those feelings they have. So I think for me, that was like the biggest parental foundation for me as far as what I wanted to instill in my children and how I wanted to allow them to express themselves or feel or even just have feelings. You know what I mean? Especially Brittany had mentioned, like, especially as young girls, and this is across many cultures, just to shut up and be quiet, be pretty, you know, don't say anything, just kind of show up and be there kind of thing, when we all have now found that women actually have very high qualities bigger than that can be utilized within society. So definitely. And my first 2 kids were girls. So, you know, I had to like girl power it all the way. So the struggle got real for me with my boy, you know what I mean? Because I ended up becoming a single mother in that period. And it was very upsetting and unfortunate that now, you know, I have to raise a young black man on my own. But I have family, you know, and that was something that helped me heal, was knowing that even though I didn't get that particular outcome that I wanted as far as that child having a father, he did not lack a father figure. And so that was a part of me being able to like still navigate a positive mindset through parenting my children.
How did the parental how did it translate between your girls and him?
So for my girls, you know what was crazy? A lot of women say like they have a hard time with their girls. Like that's like the number one stereotype is like, oh, I have a hard time with my girls.
Right. No one wants to have girls. Everyone wants to have a boy.
I've always wanted a girl.
Because you're a guy, though.
Little chubby
you know,
cheeks.
That's the thing. The guys want the girls.
Cute stuff over here, old chocolate stuff.
Right. The girls want the
little
guys.
cheeks.
Right. So I think for me, because I don't know if it was just like my anger and rage wanting to like prove a valid point that you can like have a girl child and like really have a good relationship with them and develop like, you know, positive outcomes. Because my mom will tell you all the time, like, wow, this relationship that you have with your kids is just like strange. Like to her, she can't even like wrap her head around, you know, how we engage with each other.
You treat them like a human being? What?
They have rights.
Yeah, they're our servants. Like, what are you doing?
So, you know, it's funny, especially like I said, my 2 older girls, you know, they're 22 and almost 15 now. So they have fully developed. My 15-year-old, she's still working on it. But, you know, my 22-year-old, she's like where she's at in her mindset right now.
Perfect.
She's independent. She's grown. She doesn't need my money, you know, so she has full reign of how she feels like she should express herself. And I'm okay with that. A lot of people will find it like upsetting, you know, but they're good kids. You know, they've turned out well. They have their flaws, of course, because we all do. But in the overall sense, you know, I'm not afraid of them to go out into the world and continue to figure it out without me, you know. So
you did your job. You've nurtured and taught. And there, get out the nest.
That's all I got.
And you flying away now,
I can't like coddle you or protect you forever, you know. So that, but then like I said, when it came to my son, it was just like a total thing. Like I actually was like paranoid to have a son. like, oh shit, I'm gonna have a black man.
Yeah.
Like immediately in my mind, I was just like, and then, you know, there was a lot of thoughts in my mind about just like his development, where he was going to go with his life. You know, could I be like enough woman to like not feminize him, but still like give him the strength that he needs to be like the developing man that he could be, you know, talking about emotions and working through these things that are valid as well, that are taken away from the black man. So yeah, there's that too. So
do you ever get out of that mindset of, oh my God, I have a black man?
No, because the older he gets, the more he becomes that.
Exactly.
And so it actually stresses me out more. It's like, I feel like there's like so much more information that I have to continue to like pump into his mind by the time I like set him free. Or with my girls, it was just like, I don't know, I guess for me, because I've lived it, I felt like it was like basic girl information. But for me, with my son, this was stuff that I didn't really have to deal with. And so then having to deal with it and also live it and be a part of it and then teach it and still not really know it, then next thing you know, you're like digging through books and doing through research.
How do I
like panicking,
prep him for everything he has to come up against?
1,000 pages of knowledge tonight, just so I can give him 1,000 pages of knowledge for him to forget and then revisit, you know. So
the good thing though is, especially like for one thing that I noticed for myself, is even the lessons that you teach him, even if he act like he forget or all of that, it's still in his mind. It's ingrained. It's ingrained, you know? And like the crazy thing is, like, I don't have a son. I've always wanted a son, and I pray that I'm blessed with a son. The world doesn't see our baby boy. You know what I mean? They don't see our baby boy. They don't see him at 7. They don't see him at 8. They see him a grown ass man.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part. And that's where it's like, you can't forget that you're raising a black son, because the world sees a black man even as a child. They do. And that's so scary. Yeah. And I've been dealing with that a lot. The fact that, you know, black children, they're sexualized. The girls are sexualized, and the boys are considered grown adults, you know, and they're children, you know, and that's the scary part about this world. And it's like, you know, as parents, we got to be on our shit. We got to be on our stuff all the time. All the time. Because the world is going to try and teach them something else.
I believe that my grandmother tried to instill that type of fear in me, but without realizing I was protected. You know, so my life has walked a certain path, but nothing harmful has really happened to me.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
You know, so
to me, that's an amazing thing. I would be so thankful for my son to say that.
Yeah, even as a child, it's not like the conversations that I have with my homies, never had to deal with.
Wow. That's
so
beautiful.
She was instilling a fear in me without realizing that her daughter had me.
Right. I was just about to say that your mama put a protection on your life. Yeah. Before she left this world, she put a protection on your life. Even as soon, I felt that. As soon as you said that,
because she knew she wasn't going to be here long. Right. She had sickle cell, so she wasn't supposed to have me. So I always say jokingly that I was a spite baby. So I'm here out of spite. She said, "You're not going to tell me what? You're not going to tell me nothing. Right. You're not going to tell me nothing." And I'm here. Right. Watch here he is. We taking pictures
and
together.
He's gonna be a light.
Exactly.
You know, he's gonna be a light to this world. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. Ashe.
Ashe.
Let's get into you real quick.
Okay.
Poet. Don't look at me like. Why do you don't look at me like that? Don't look at me like that, and you a poet. Don't look at me like that when I say poet. If you're a poet, right? If I say farmer, she's gonna be like, "Goddamn right, I'm a farmer."
I'm a writer first. I love to write. I love to journal, and what comes from that is poetry, is short stories. Yes, I am a poet.
You are a poet, and y'all are gonna hear something later on, but not right now. Not right now. That's gonna be a dessert. Speaking of which. She has something for me. She has desserts for me. Talk about the desserts.
I do. Okay, so I make teas. I make herbal teas with a fruit base, and a lot of the teas that I make, the ingredients comes from her farm.
Beautiful.
They do. The grapefruit, the oranges, the herbs that I get, they come from my sister.
T-Bay.
Yes, T-Bay. Herbal honey. So yeah. A lot of the teas, they come from local farmers, also local herb shops. There's one in Richmond that I just fell in love with, Naturally Herb.
Yes.
I love
the only black herb shop.
Say it.
Come on. Shout out.
Yes.
Naturally Herbs.
I love that place. I get a lot of my herbs there. And so my desserts, they all are tied into the teas. The taste, I brought some teas today. The flavor of the teas go with the desserts that I made. So this is a pineapple.
It's my favorite. I love pineapple.
It's a pineapple tea. It has an orange base to it. And then I added some cardamom to it. I also added green tea as a base. And one thing I love to travel. So anytime I'm traveling, I try and get a tea that represents the place. So I got this when I was in Punta Cana. This is a green tea, and it smells.
When you were where?
Punta Cana.
I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. I don't know where that is.
It's in Mexico. So.
Okay. You have to tell us that. We haven't all been there. Come on now.
But that's a green tea, and it's amazing. The smell of it is amazing. Oh. Very strong, very potent.
Yeah.
And then this is another one that I have. It's a jasmine green tea with rosebuds in it. And this is from Japan. I haven't been to Japan, but I
have.
I'm so jealous. But this is from Japan. I was gifted this. So here you go. Yes, and it has rosebuds in it.
I got some shot glasses. So
I love the rose.
If you wanted to.
Yes,
just in case.
Yes. Can you grab the?
It all
cups
smells so
too?
delicious.
Yeah. So, and this is the strawberry hibiscus tea that I made.
Yes.
So yeah, we got a couple of teas going on, and again, all of my herbs, Naturally Herb, and my sister's farm. So let's get into and the desserts. Can you pass that to me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Tell these people what this is, because I'm happy.
So I was actually inspired by my homie King Wolf. I think that's...
Shout out Wolf. King Wolf in the building. You gonna be on here soon, bro.
Yes, Cam. So he inspired me to make this because he's vegan. And so these are vegan chocolate turtles.
I love chocolate turtles.
Caramel goes super amazing with pineapple. So it's paired with that.
What is your pineapple?
This one right here. Yeah. So I'm give that a try, and then I'm gonna tell y'all once he takes a little bite. That's when I'm gonna tell y'all what's in it.
I know what's in it. I do know what's in it.
No, you do not.
I do.
Okay, you do.
I do.
You do.
I am a seer.
Oh, okay.
So when you said that you wasn't gonna tell me what was in it, I knew exactly what was in it.
So you gotta
the ancestors told me.
Oh, the ancestors told you.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all are blessing me right now.
I'm gonna do this one too because these are really good. So I want to have.
I am blessed. I am very blessed. Yes.
Camera man, feel free to enjoy too.
Oh yeah. Cheers. I guess. Cheers.
I haven't had one yet.
Cheers, I guess.
What I like about these is that they're actually made with fruits and vegetables. So while everybody's going vegan, I've sampled a lot of vegan things and I found that I'm very allergic to soy. So a lot of the vegan products I actually can't eat because they cause a really bad allergic reaction.
And soy is not good for women. It's not.
So finding vegan products that are actually made from fruits and vegetables and nuts and legumes are very beautiful to me.
This is amazing.
I'm happy you like
it. It pairs very well with the tea, just so you guys know. If you like slurp it a little bit and then like bring in the aromatics, you'll find that like the richness of the chocolate and then like the tartness of the tea with the sweet background is like phenomenal.
You said that amazingly. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like
service industry.
I feel like tea, when you drink tea, it's a whole experience, you know. You can't just drink tea in a rush. I feel like you need to sit down with a good book, sit down, enjoy something, you know, enjoy something.
Sip on it with your pinky up.
Sip on it with your pinky up. You know what I mean? And I'm big on having a little dessert with it, you know. It just brings out the taste of the tea. So I'm happy y'all are enjoying it. Thank you.
So you're going to tell us about your other one?
Well, hold on.
That was delicious. I'm sorry that I ate on Mike. It's so unprofessional. But that was delicious. What was in it?
Okay, so this is the thing. Our community, our Black and our brown community, we really need more fruit and vegetables.
That's a fact.
Facts. And I really try and incorporate that in my teas and my desserts. Every dessert that I make, like I have the pineapple upside down individual cakes. Pineapple, obviously. But this has, the chocolate turtles have dates in them. Yes. So, you knew it already.
I must see. I be knowing.
It's processed dates.
I be knowing.
And then I put some pecans on it.
I be knowing.
And toasted the pecans, set it in the freezer.
I didn't even taste it yet. I didn't even taste it yet.
You already knew. And then I dipped it in
Y'all
a
don't
vegan
have
chocolate.
To believe me.
Yes, dark chocolate.
I believe me.
And you know dark chocolate is good for you. You know what they say about that melanin.
Say that again. Say that. Say that again.
That dark chocolate is very good for you. It's good for your heart.
Hello.
Okay. Good for your mind. Good for your skin. Okay.
Pick up the phone when chocolate call you. Pick up the phone when chocolate calls.
Yes.
Pick up the phone when chocolate calls.
So, yeah, this is what I have. The chocolate turtles. Every week I'll be doing a different dessert to go with a different tea. I try and incorporate a different kind of unique or exotic aspect into the tea. So that's why I have the green tea with the rosebuds from Japan. And I have the green tea from Punta Cana. I really love incorporating that different aspect into my teas. Yeah.
I have a table full of love. That's what I'm calling this right now. It's an altar of love. Don't sue me, Sade. So we have the strawberry. We have pineapple. Which one is this? The yellow one?
I believe that is the green tea, the Punta Cana tea.
Okay.
And actually, no. That is, let's see here. Yeah. This is the Punta Cana green tea. And I think this is the one that I didn't put any fruit in it. So I have fruit on the top. And the reason why is because I put ice cubes in there with sugar and agave. I use raw sugar, raw brown sugar, and then agave. And then I put that in the ice cubes with the fruit to just add a little bit of flavor to it.
Yeah.
And so, because, you know, when you put ice cubes in the tea, it waters it down and nobody has time for that.
Not at all.
So adding the fruit and the agave and the raw sugar gives it a still sweet taste, but it's not overpowering.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little bit of that.
This is amazing. I am so juiced. These are the best medicine right now. These women are the best medicine right now.
You go, man.
And I appreciate every single second of it.
You're welcome.
Get you black women that love you. That's the title of this episode. This is the name of this episode. Get you black women that love you.
Period.
And it's delicious, y'all.
This one is
I
fire.
love it.
So, sound bowls, teas, desserts, sage, rosemary. Say that place again. I like the name of that place.
Punta Cana. I hope I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I love that place.
Oh, but wait, I got to time out for a second so y'all can see this amazing candle, okay? From my babe, Forced to Fly.
Forced to Fly, we love you.
We love you. Look at that beautiful candle that I purchased from her. She's amazing. This stays on my altar. I brought it today because I just wanted y'all to see how amazing this candle is. And
what's her name?
Forced to Fly.
Forced to Fly.
Forced to Fly. And it says, see my heart And it's a beautiful picture of a curvy, luscious woman at the top. I love that.
I did an episode with Force to Fly last year, and when we talked about it, about the curvy woman, we called it all the extras. She called it all the extras.
I love it.
And I said, I love a woman with all the extras.
All the extra.
I call it the bakery because, you know, I like my sweets, you know what I mean? And you know,
Yums.
curvy ladies stay with the bakery.
Yum yums.
The yum yum.
The yum yums. Now we get to the fun part. We have one more thing for me, right?
I have one more thing. Oh, yes. Okay. So another thing.
This black woman loves me, y'all.
So again, my sis blessed me with some roses from her garden. So I made some rose spray. Okay. Rose is anti-inflammatory. It's also very relaxing. It helps if you have ingrown hairs. It helps soften your hair, your follicles, all of that. So I used the roses that she gifted me with, and I created a rose mist. And so for ladies that like to, after you put your makeup on and you like to seal your makeup, you can put the rose mist on it. If you're a smoker, you know, you can put the rose mist on your body like a body mist. And then for our gents, you can put it in your hair, you can put it in your beard.
Yes.
And it just gives that nice, luscious smell that the
Baby,
lady
smell
can
my beard. Smell my beard, baby. What it smell like? Smell like a garden.
Just so you know, fellas.
We're going to give a demonstration. So. And then also this. So this is a mixture of a dandruff treatment. I have a lot of hair. I have 4C hair. It's very thick, very curly, very coily.
Talk about it.
All of that. And so
4C, babe.
4C, babe. And I noticed that a lot of the dandruff treatments that they have out right now, they don't do nothing. They don't penetrate they don't penetrate through my hair.
Yeah, it's the top of it.
Right. You know what I mean? It doesn't penetrate. It doesn't get past my hair and get to my scalp. So I created a dandruff oil. Yeah. It has tea tree on it, tea tree oil on it. That's really good. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps with any type of fungus. It also has, I'm going to butcher this. Jojoba. You gotta get the jojoba oil on it. That is very moisturizing for your hair and for your skin. And then it has peppermint oil, which helps kind of stimulate. Me too. It stimulates your hair, so it helps your hair grow more.
I feel that breeze.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I feel my hair growing.
Right. Seriously.
Freshly twisted locks. You put that on here.
I'm gonna be a bad motherfucker.
It's cold outside.
And sit right in front of the fan, just like feeling hella luxurious.
Exactly.
For real. And then it has avocado oil on it, which is very moisturizing as well, and it penetrates your follicles. And then there's coconut oil. Everybody loves coconut oil. It makes you shiny and all that other stuff. So you can use this on your skin, and you can also use it on your hair and your scalp. So that's for you. That's for you. Yes. And one thing I love about the rose mist,
loves me, y'all.
You can literally just spray this on your face, like when you wake up in the morning. Ooh, I got you, girl. Take the glasses off. Hold on. Shake. Right. And I like to put it in the refrigerator, so when you spray your face, it just
feel cool down.
You feel cool down. For real. Hold on. Yeah.
Ooh, and those smells. I feel like I can smell home.
I love it. Come on, take those glasses off. You next.
This is my favorite episode. Spritz me, please.
Yes, I know you're back.
Right, straight aromatherapy is so amazing to me. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
There you go.
I am now spritzed.
Yes, it's amazing.
This has been this episode is, my audio listeners are going to be so pissed. They're going to be like, bro, what is happening right now?
He's being
I know, y'all.
Just brought the visuals to your life.
This probably won't ever happen again, but let me work. Let me work right now, guys. We'll be back next episode with what you want to hear. These black women love me, guys. But that was beautiful. And it smelled wonderful.
Thank you.
Which one of them I put in my hair?
The thicker one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put
Okay.
this in your hair. Yeah.
Got it.
I wouldn't use this on your skin.
Okay.
Because it's pretty thick for your skin. If you do use it on your skin, if you use the oil on your skin, make sure you like warm up a towel.
Got it.
And then wipe your face off because you're gonna be hella oily. Like you're gonna be glistening.
Yeah.
All over my
I got church Vaseline on my face.
Right.
Why you let that boy out with all that Vaseline on his face?
That's funny.
But you'll be moisturized.
Yeah, exactly.
All week.
All week.
All week. Wow. And that's beautiful. And all that came from your garden.
Yes. It's a 1/4 acre lot, so it's not a small garden. It's more like a farm.
Okay.
We recently
My bad. I apologize. I don't never want to downplay you.
No worries.
She was about to fire on me. You saw that? She said, actually, little nigga, it's a farm. Whoa. My bad. All that came from your farm, huh?
Yes. My family farm, though, I can't be the only person to take credit for it. Yes. It's a family affair, so
the bigger you,
it's called Dirty Smitty Family Farms.
Say it again.
Dirty Smitty Family Farms. It's located in San Leandro, so it's local as well.
So if I'm just someone in the neighborhood, can I come to the farm and purchase stuff?
We're really trying to like rev that extra part up right now. So right now I do a lot of private selling and stuff like that. But we are trying to go open to the public because there is a surplus of plants and vegetables and fruits that are just, you can only eat and have so much, you know what I mean? So definitely that's being finalized, but we do sell private to private customers and things like that, clientele that I have.
Okay.
Slide in her DMs.
Basically.
And tell her what you need.
Right. I have pictures. I have definitions. I can tell you what, works in your garden as far as what you're looking for.
Do you teach any gardening classes or farming classes?
No. So for me, like I was telling you, my angle is really about eating from the garden.
Got it.
So I really show people how to make really delicious meals that are plant and vegetable and protein based.
Okay.
And so when I say that, I say like basically fruits, vegetables, meats, and beans. Those are like my predominant ingredients in the things that I cook.
Okay.
I really try to stay away from anything that's been processed.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what takes me away from my mental health, and then it takes me away from my weight, and it takes me away from like that focused life. So just teaching people that for se is for me. I consider myself the harvester.
Okay.
That's
explain what that means.
That's why I don't take credit for the whole garden because the planting.
You just pick it. Y'all grow it and plant it and till it.
I till it.
Is that right?
But
you till it.
I do.
I don't know what till means. I just know that's a farm
you're
word.
pulling it up and processing it. That's part of the harvest. So yes, but there's roles that everybody has.
Just look at y'all like
right. I would say there's roles that everybody has to play. You can't.
Right. You come to the farm, she gonna put you to work.
Yeah.
You can't even have anything from the garden without doing work. That's like a rule.
Right.
It's like got to come play in the garden.
I was gonna make a terrible I was like, just put me with the hose and I'm good.
That's where I work. Sorry, that place is already taken. You know what? You don't want to do that.
So when it comes to the hose, I'm the man.
I'm like, there's a lot of weed pulling.
Yeah.
That basically means you don't have a green thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to be like, okay, you see that type of plant?
Yes.
Just pull
it. I will pull
it.
Give me my gloves and I'm good. Let's go. Let's do that because all that other. I would love to learn though. I've come in contact with people who are very interested in teaching me how to grow different things, and I have the space for it, so I'm definitely gonna start.
It's an investment, having to do it. The one thing I like about drought resistant plants is because if you fall off, a week or two, then they just won't die completely, but I've had some very sensitive plants that just like, I groomed really well, and then I moved to Arizona and like they immediately died.
Oh.
And so it was like, even like bringing them in the house, they just couldn't adapt to like the type of water, the weather, just everything.
The type of water.
Yeah. All those things really matter. So,
I've switched the type of water that I drink, and I can tell the difference.
I don't drink tap water anymore.
I'd never drank tap water.
I grew up on East Oakland tap water, so
I went from like the little Safeway bottles to like pH water now. Like I'm water bougie at this point.
Same.
Like,
and
I feel the difference.
Taste. Yeah.
I was like, this tastes almost like cherries. Like there's nothing in it. It's just a fuller taste.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't been drinking water all this time.
Right. No, for real.
Oh yeah, you taste the difference.
Once again, what is the name of your farm? And where is
Dirty Smitty Family Farms, and it's located in San Leandro, California.
Yo, you might catch me there.
Yeah.
You might catch me there.
You bring some gloves.
Pulling weeds. I gotta pull my own. I gotta bring my own gloves.
No, we have plenty of gloves.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. Yeah, no. We have all the tools.
Yeah.
It's all about the body.
Yeah. And it's support. Yeah, it's important.
It's like all about your fitness. Like if you don't think you're like gonna feel positive about doing the work, then you probably won't like fit in because you're gonna sweat, you're gonna lift and bend.
No, I'm joking like completely. Like I actually helped in a church garden. So.
Nice. Okay.
I know what I'm doing for the most part.
Again, you would feel like you were in a jungle if you keep saying garden.
It's a whole different
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my limited knowledge of greenery.
It's okay. My mom has over 1,000 different species on our farm. So
1,000 different
over 1,000.
species.
She's always looking for something new. She just got elephant ears last week and Japanese eggplant. And so she's the actual one that puts everything in the ground. We're the one who has
Don't touch my seeds.
No, we don't. But you have to do something because, like I said, the ground is so the soil is so rich that everything just grows like massively. Like one time I tripped over a zucchini that was about like that.
Oh, wow.
Like, kid you not, it just got lost.
Y'all growing a great pumpkin?
Yeah. So it got lost and then, it just kept growing. And then one day you just like trip because it's in your walking path and you like start digging a little and you're like, oh my goodness, what the hell?
I love that. I love that. I love that it's Black owned. I love that at this point there's generations in it.
There is.
It's a family vibe. It definitely is. Yeah. Community vibe.
The generational wealth of health. I like it. I like it. I like it. Back to you, Britt. You've been quiet. So before we get out of here, I want you to talk about your blog.
Okay. So I did my blog is melanatedmagicinc.com. I did a soft launch of it a week ago, and I'll be relaunching it tonight at midnight for Tea Tuesday. And I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. I'm really excited about it.
Giving stuff away, y'all.
I'm giving stuff away. I'm giving away desserts and some teas. So definitely stay tuned for that. But please go check it out. melanatedmagicinc.com.
Hey.
And it's a couple of different things. As I stated before, confidence in our community is so important.
Definitely.
So that's part of what the blog represents for me is confidence building for women, inspiration for women, reminding ourselves of that power that we have, that we don't always tap into or we give to someone else. Mm-hmm. And then also, just kind of focusing on like my sister Ty was saying, that holistic aspect of the things that we have around us that we don't utilize, the fresh fruits that we're not getting, the fresh vegetables that we're not getting, how to incorporate that in our diet, but also make it taste good,
Right. That's the important part.
That's the important piece. So like I have one category on my blog, which is called, it's called Southern Black Mama Kitchen. And so both of my grandmothers are from the South, North Carolina and Mississippi. And so a lot of the recipes, like the pineapple upside down cake, that came straight from my grandma.
Yeah, it is. It is. I felt Granny when you showed me.
I took her recipe and, made a couple of modern twists to it, and made it individual so it's easy to consume, and made that, the banana pudding, all of my dessert recipes.
Where is that at?
That's coming. That dessert, that's coming next week.
She
The banana
said
pudding. And it'll be individual.
pudding.
Yes. So yeah, you can find out more about the recipes. You can also place orders for the desserts. Yeah, all of that.
She said banana pudding. Hey, what size ring do you want?
You're so silly.
What size ring do you want? What? Just pick one and just send it to me. Just and I cash app you. Like,
hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we talk about recipes from the South, Southern recipes. A lot of the recipes incorporate fruit. I love fruit, and I think it's important that our community, make sure we eat fruit. We get that nutrients in our body, and especially right now. I know I definitely packed on my COVID 15 pounds.
right.
Yeah, I was not allowing myself to do that at all.
I definitely did.
Shout out to the Fit Life.
I definitely did.
Them COVID yummies.
The COVID yummies, for real, packed them on. But I found that adding fruit definitely helps me. That substitution of the fruit from the late night munchies.
It's a great natural sugar.
That part, exactly. The great natural sugars. And then we have a special, I'm not even going to talk about that yet. So yeah, make sure you guys check out melanatedmagicinc.com. We are relaunching tonight at midnight.
Hey, that's in 30 minutes. You going to be ready?
It said, yes, it launches by itself, honey. It's already set up to go.
Tell me something then.
Set up to
Tell me something then. You ready?
You gotta do nothing. It's already scheduled.
Yes. Any last words before we get out of here?
I guess I would like to say, thanks for the invite. This was a very good vibe. I think we hit some really good topics and some good points. All of us were able to really communicate well in just addressing, what we came to speak about. So that was very beautiful. Your home was amazing and beautiful. The energy was great here. You were a great, hospitable host.
Thank you.
We had a very wonderful cameraman on deck. Shout out to you. Appreciate those angles. And yeah, sister.
Yeah.
I love you every single time. It works out well.
It does.
Black women that love each other. Get black women that love each other.
For real. Get you some black women that love each other and lift each other up.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Yes.
Amen.
Lift each other up. Hit up my sis if y'all want to learn more about her farm.
Hey,
Okay.
Catering Co.
And yes, and her amazing savory dishes. Dope.
Yes.
Y'all want desserts? Come to me. All right.
Yes.
Y'all want tea?
Yummies.
I got y'all. Together we are just this dynamic duo.
It's the circle. It's the circle.
You will drool on my page every day. The food is real.
Yeah.
I love how they bounce off of each other. They are soul sisters for sure.
15 years.
Wow. So, ladies, this is my favorite part of the show, because after each episode, I give my listeners something to think about until they hear my voice again. So this segment is called The Diagnosis. I like that. Whatever it was, I like it. That's my favorite part of the show. So number one, I loved the camaraderie and the sisterhood that y'all share.
Thank you.
And if I would give someone something to think about, is who are those people that love you even when they don't like you? Find those people and stick with those people.
Right.
That love you even when they don't like you. Two, as leaders, would you say leaders and woke?
Yeah.
We get led to the wrong places at the right time. And we're there to lead and to awaken.
Right.
And my last one is build generational wealth through health.
Can't be wealthy if you're not alive.
And we do it together. So before we get out of here, I had one last question, Miss Brittany. Well, I actually have two questions. One is it's a request and a question. So I'll go with my question first to open you up a little bit.
Okay.
How do you balance spirituality and sexuality?
Wow, that's a great question.
Because I'll be thirsty in your DMs. I'll be thirsty in her DMs, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be dehydrated in her DMs.
Oh man.
See, what you do is you tell on yourself so they can't expose you. Smart. 8 Mile. Go ahead.
That's a really great question. Because I believe in God.
Yes.
And I believe in the universe guiding me through God. And I'm also a woman, you know, and I also have my own needs and my own desires, you know, and I feel like your own sexuality it's a part of you, you know, it's a part of you. And I'm gonna say this, it might be controversy, but I'm gonna say it's a part of you. Even as a child, it's a part of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's how it's utilized and how it's cultivated and developed. Exactly. And my femininity is very important to me, and it's very important, you know, that I always exude that because it's a part of me, and my femininity is a part of my sexuality. Right. So I honor that. I honor that with my spirituality as well, because I know who created me. I know who I come from, you know, and I know where my heart is and my intentions are. So I lead with that, you know, and what comes from that, right. You know, right. But I know I am guided in everything that I do. And sometimes I do the wrong things. That's okay too.
Sometimes it's fun to do. It's a lot of. Come on, go ahead. It's real fun, huh?
It's a lot of fun.
It's a real fun.
You know what I mean? And it's also a learning experience as well. You know, and so I don't deny myself of those learning experiences. And I'm very particular when it comes to how those two mesh together, because some people will look at you and be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, you got on that low cut shirt, you know what I mean? And then you going to church tomorrow. Yeah, yes, both. I do. Both of them. You know what I mean? I might not wear this low cut shirt to church. Right. You know what I mean? Because I know my pastor, you know what I mean? And I want to be respectful of the space and everybody in the space. But at the end of the day, I feel like if what you're doing is not harmful to other people, you know, and you feel solid in what you're doing, then there should be nothing wrong with it. And I honor both. I honor my spirituality and I honor my sexuality. And I feel like there's duality found in both of them, you know, but there's also a very fine balance. And you also, that actually just reminded me of something. We've talked a lot about celibacy, you know, and how that plays a part in your spirituality, you know. And though I'm very spiritual, I don't feel the need necessarily to be obviously celibate before marriage, because I have a child and I'm not married, you know. But I feel like it's about an energy. It's about the energy exchange, you know, and the person that you give your body to, or even just give your time to, you know, you want to make sure that person matches you, you know, and they respect you, you know, and they care about you, you know. That's my thing. You know, some people don't feel like that. Some people just feel like, you know, it doesn't matter to them, you know, but that exchange of that positive energy and, I mean, everything, even this interaction that we're having, you know, it's energy that we're exchanging. And the same thing comes with sexuality and sex. It's an energy. And that's a whole nother topic that we should totally talk about.
They'll be back.
We'll be back. But I feel like it's an exchange of energy. And I honor that exchange of energy when it's with the right person. And then also, it can be spiritual too. It could totally be spiritual. when you mesh your sexuality with spirituality, it can be very beautiful and very productive for everybody involved.
I had an exchange with the goddess who used to pray to me during the actions, and I left my body multiple times.
Oh yeah,
she knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about. She has made people leave their bodies before. You've made people leave their bodies before. I know you have. Don't look around. Don't look around.
So the thing with that is like soul ties are real. You know what I mean?
That part.
And that's kind of what's happening in those interactions. It's like when you soul tie with a person, like for me, I actually believe in celibacy. I don't call it celibacy. I call it like just so happens I didn't have sex for a long time.
It's so long. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Just say something. Tell the words.
You know, it's crazy because
I ain't trying to fuck right now, but I'm good.
I feel like celibacy like binds you to some type of like
a rule,
yeah, right?
Exactly.
Where it has to be like maybe I'm not just saving myself. Maybe I just don't feel like having sex right now. Like maybe I got other stuff going on, but I don't even want to like make this energy connection with the person to distract me from what it is that I'm doing, especially if they're not on the same page as me. Like, I always have like a joke or a quote that I say to my friends, and it's like,
she already know.
Masturbate before you go on a date.
Yep.
And you will always know how you truly feel about a person in the process of that, because you've already alleviated that like feeling of the built up inside of you, that pent up tension. And so if a sexual connection comes, you'll already have like that wherewithal to like go beyond and seek a little more, because you know you're not all backed up and shit. Like that's a real thing.
It saves a lot of money. A non-masturbatory date is I might spend a couple more dollars.
But see, the thing is, that's still sexuality, even if it's with yourself.
Yeah, of course.
That's you know what
honoring
I mean?
self.
That's honoring self. Yeah. You know, you're not honoring another person and your energy with that person. You're honoring yourself. So I'm with celibacy. That's cool, but I'm still finna get my rocks off by myself.
I feel like, and see, that's why I don't like to connect it with celibacy, because I feel like saying celibacy means that I'm not pleasuring myself or I'm not having that personal gratification, to whereas it just means I'm not sharing that experience with other people.
I'm abstaining.
Yeah, exactly. I'm abstaining. That's what I prefer to use.
In the process of becoming who I am today, I did that. I did that for a year and a half. I didn't even talk to people.
Right.
But did you masturbate is my question.
I'm masturbating right now.
Well, yeah.
Ask me these questions. I am right now, hands free.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that I was put in a position where I was hurt, and I did not want to continue the hurt for someone else because I wasn't healed yet, and I didn't want someone else to hurt me.
Exactly.
So I would go out. I was taking myself on $250 dates and going out and hanging out.
That was me.
Women are looking at me because I have the aura of I'm not looking for anything. So they're looking at me like, oh, he's by himself. What's up? What's up? I'm like, I know that you want me, lady. I know you do.
Well, it's interesting. People want you more when they see you enjoying your own happiness.
Exactly.
Because the one thing that I've learned is what people want from you sometimes when they're not in their own state of happiness is your happiness.
Yes.
And they want to figure out a way how they can take that and transfer it into themselves, whether even if it's just like being around you. Like another quote, moths to a flame. I say that all the time because people if you ever get to know me, some people will tell you like I'm mean, right? Okay. They'll be like, "Wow, she's kind of a bitch."
Me.
But when you really know me, you'd be like, "Nah, she's like super loving and caring and focused and compassionate." But it's because I've learned that I have like this energy that everybody wants to get at. That's why I call it moths to a flame. It's like
you got to be careful those energy vampires.
Exactly.
Energy vampires.
Take away from your light, try to dim your light, try to cloud you with all their mess. So you have to really focus on being selective about who you exchange energy with, which is why abstinence and stuff like that is cool, because it allows you to kind of back up and see yourself a little bit more as like, why are you doing this? What are you doing this for? You know what I mean?
Who am I?
Who
am I outside of a relationship?
Right.
Who am I out, like, becoming a man? Like, that was 2021. So for like 21 to 24, I was coming into myself and really just focused on me. So now at this point, I know exactly what I'm willing to do and what not willing to do.
Right.
And you either have to meet me there or suffer from the consequences. I say this a lot. It's like the people that I have been with, certain people that I've been with, is like, you didn't like me. You like how I made you feel.
Right.
And exactly. I like you said, I lift you up. I honor you. I show you the love and kindness and things like that. And that feels good to you because, like you said, they don't have their own happiness. They don't know who they are. And I'm giving that freely and openly. And then put sex on top of it. And, oh, yeah, you love me all day.
Right.
But when I become dark and I become low and I become now I'm different.
Right.
I'm not the person that you wanted.
Yeah, you can't uplift me back. It's scary to them because now they've realized to themselves that they are nothing and have
they're codependent on it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
When it's gone and they can't feed off of it anymore, then they're no longer interested. It's like being picked to the bone. You know what I mean?
How important is it to love Black men?
To me, it's the number one thing in my life, for sure.
I appreciate that. What about you, Britt?
Oh, most definitely. I come from a Black man, you know. My father is a Black man. And I think it's important as a community that we lift each other up. You know, and before you go look outside of your community, look right here where you're at. Look at your home, you know, and uplift that. It's very important to me.
And I honor you for saying that. And I will now request you to tell the Black men why you love them.
Yes.
So I present Miss Melanated Magic with her piece, 10 Things.
1. Your skin glistens in the sun and radiates in the moon. It reminds me of my mother's peach cobbler. Warm, comforting, the feeling of home. And I take one taste and all senses are heightened. Your sweet aroma stays with me. Your sugary sweetness, never forgotten. And baby, lightly toasted or brown to the warmest crisp, you will always be in style. 2, you often catch me staring at you. For your strong, broad shoulders that carries the world's burdens to the bottom of your feet. You take my breath away. Like someone grabbed a hold of my insides and squeezed with all their might. And just as I am left, gasping for air, you breathe life into my soul. 3, you are a force to be reckoned with. The rain tapping a musical on the windows of my heart. The beat in my soul. You sway me like trees. And I'm a solid tall oak. 4, you cannot be replaced. No matter how many independent women's songs we sing, no matter how many times we get up, cook, clean, take care of the kids, pay the bills, kill the spider above the bed. And damn it, I hate spiders. But we women, we can do this all on our own. We still need you. Your daughter needs you to see an example of how a real man treats a woman. Your son needs you as an example of how to be a man in this world. 5, the system is made for you to fail, to lock you up and throw away the key, for the fatherless tribes of sons and daughters to wander this earth without the security blanket of your protection. They will overlook your resume,
pass you up for promotions, shoot you in the back when you're on your hands and knees. They don't want to see you win, but I see victory in your eyes. 6. Like a lion that stands above his pride and has dominance over his land, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. 7. When we are walking hand in hand and they are watching, don't take offense. You were created from God's image, and I am formed from your rib, flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood, so any man can see your beauty shining through me. 8. Women are emotional as you men are confused. And if you have a problem with this and yearn for an unemotional chick, you better run. She's probably crazy. Take your flaws with mine and blend them in perfect harmony. 9. Contrary to popular belief, I really don't care if you date a woman outside of your race. How can any woman of any race deny reasons 1 through 10? 10. And as we lay, souls entwined, and we are still, as if in this world we are one. Look me in my eyes, kiss me on my forehead, and see the womb to your yang, see the yin to your yang, your woman. For I am woman and you are man, and I was created from your flesh, blood of your blood. So see your beauty shining through me. Thank you.
That is 10 things she wanted to say to a black man. And as a black man, all I want to ask her is, what kind of ring do you want? Because as a black man, hey, I'm smiling from ear to ear. I feel proud to be a black man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. It's all love.
Thank you, sis. Thank you for coming.
And thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate being here.
Miss Melanated Magic on Instagram. What's the website?
Oh, melanatedmagic.com. And we go live in 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Shout out the farm one last time.
TC Catering Co. Also Dirty Smitty Family Farms in San Leandro, California.
TC Catering Co. _2018. I love y'all. Get you a black woman that love you. You won't regret it.
Hey,
I promise.
Wow.
Best Man Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And we out. Peace.